In this video, we will go over how to set up employees for integrated timesheets for projects. We will also show you how to use the timesheets for payroll. As the payroll administrator PAM, there's some additional setup required to enable an employee to use timesheets. First, in payroll, you must ensure that the employee card has timesheets enabled. Go to Employee and select List. Select the employee. This will open the employee card. Under Employee Details page, select Pay Run Defaults. Select Use Timesheets to submit all time worked. This is required in order for the employee to submit all time worked against projects in Wiise. Next, in Wiise, open User Setup. Ensure you tick the checkbox to enable payroll admin rights against your user setup. Next, provided payroll is already set up and registered appropriately within Wiise, open the payroll setup page and ensure that timesheets are also enabled. Select the edit icon to edit the setup form. The Timesheets Fast tab houses the default settings for timesheets. Turn on the Enabled Timesheets switch. Next, select the default work type for timesheet users. You will need to sync the work types first. Go to Payroll, Work Types, to view all work types brought in from Wiise Payroll. Then, go back to the payroll setup and select the default work type. In this case, normal 8-hour day with break. Here, you can also set yourself as an admin approver. Select the approver ID. This would usually be the person administering the payroll. Then, specify the default job journal batch to post entries to. Please note, the general posting groups should already be included by default, based on the original setup in Wiise. If not, please select them here. Next, navigate to the Payroll Employees page in Wiise. It's crucial to set up each employee as a resource and ensure that the resource is linked to an employee card to enable them to record time against job task lines. Select the Auto Map button. All newly added employees are then automatically mapped in Wiise. You should see the Wiise last name and first name populated with timesheet enabled. Please be aware that data will only be refreshed when the Auto Map button is selected. Now that the payroll employees have synced, navigate to the Resources page by selecting an employee and clicking Resource in the menu. Keep in mind that depending on your company setup, this may be up to the project manager to create the resource. This brings up the resource card. Here, you can assign resource with a timesheet owner ID. This is required when recording time on jobs and is linked either to a Wiise team member license or a full user license. This means the employee will now be able to log into Wiise and enter their timesheet details. Next, associate the timesheet approver to the resource. This will be the person responsible for approving the resource's time. Next, either the payroll administrator or the timesheet manager would need to go ahead and create the timesheet for the employee resource to open the time period, so the resource can populate their times for the pay schedule. To do so, search Wiise Timesheets and select Create Wiise Timesheets. This will create timesheets for employees per period. Choose the week start date. This must be a Monday. Please note that the project's time periods may differ from your pay period in payroll. Next, enter in the number of weeks that you would like timesheets created for. You can click to create lines from the job planning lines scheduled by the project manager. You can also filter on who you would like to create a timesheet for, or even based on the approver ID. Select OK. The timesheet has now been created for the employee to now populate. All newly created timesheets will be listed amongst existing timesheets, and the employee will now see the open timesheets when they log in. Once the employee has submitted their timesheet, the timesheet manager will either approve or approve and post the job journals. The data will then be received in Wiise Payroll, ready for the next pay run. The payroll administrator can open the payroll timesheets to see the times have pulled through. Click on Approve Timesheets. You can also select a date, week ending, and employee to filter down if you like. This will load the relevant timesheets to approve, or alternatively approve all the timesheets. Please be aware that any changes the timesheet manager makes in Wiise, such as reopening and reapproving an existing timesheet, will result in a duplicate timesheet entry appearing in the payroll system. In these cases, you need to either approve or decline the timesheet. If the timesheet is not approved by payroll admin Pam, it will not appear when she creates a pay run. If, for whatever reason, Pam rejects the timesheet in payroll, she will need to notify the timesheet manager Michael to let him resubmit the timesheet. Alternatively, as a payroll admin, she is the default timesheet approver in Wiise. Pam could modify this herself. For now, click the Approve Timesheets button and select OK. You can also view leave submitted, approved, declined, and processed in the Employee Management window. Next, Pam would finish the pay run process. She simply logs in as the payroll admin, which will bring her to Payroll Dashboard. Click New Pay Run. Select the pay schedule type. Select End Date. Select Pay Date. You will notice that the approved timesheets appear, ready to be imported into the pay run. Select the timesheets to be imported and click Create. This will pull all of the salaried and timesheet hours for the employees on the pay schedule and populate all of the pay information to this payroll summary. Once you are happy, Pam can finalize the pay run. Selecting Finalize will initiate employees in that pay run to be paid. On the pay run screen, select the Publish Payslips button, and the pay run is complete. Now for the last part, processing the journals. Open Wiise and select Payroll. Pay run. To check the pay run has come through. The pay run that was finalized in Wiise Payroll should appear in the pay runs table, which you can see here based on the period start and end date. To finalize the payroll journal, ensure the general journal has been set up before the pay run entries can be posted. You can set the payroll journals to post automatically into the payroll setup page. Alternatively, click Import Transactions, and you will receive a message confirming that the payroll journal and leave adjustments have been posted for the period. And that's it. The payroll admin gets an integrated and seamless solution There's less chasing of the timesheet manager and employees on payroll day, less double entry, saving you much needed time. Naturally, any award interpretation is taken care of. The employee gets paid, and the actual employee cost is recorded in the accounts. The payroll journal is posted with each of the employee's dimensional reporting aspects, allowing for detailed reporting later on in regards to payroll cost. Streamline how you work with Wiise. Thanks for watching.